Hey guys, just designing up a little thing for a friend. He had a request to design something for his FPV wing. So I'm just going to go through the process of it. Basically, it's a just an insert that he had cut out. He originally used to use a GoPro and FPV cam 3D printed box in the nose, but he decided that he just wants to use a board cam. It's just a small little 30 millimeter board camera for FPV. So he gave me some rough dimensions or whatnot, and so I decided to just to show you the process of it. And it's not overly hard with the dimensions, so I'm just going to show you the process of designing it. So we're going to start. It's 30 millimeters, 30 millimeters deep, and about 100 millimeters wide across the leading edge of the blunt nose section of the wing. So we're going to go up. Each one of these blocks represents 5 millimeters. So that's 30 right there, 6 blocks. And we're going to come across 3, and I'm just using the spline tool. And what this does is, you can see we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just like that. Just going to double click it. That'll just give our rough shape. I'm just going to use a line tool. I'm just going to link these up. Okay, so this is the basis of our nose. So I'm gonna extrude it, and it was 100 millimeters. So I'm just going to put it's not working on the numpad. There we go. 100 millimeters. Enter. Okay. So just kind of give you an idea. I'm just going to put this on its side and on its x-axis, and we'll use D to drop it to the floor. Sometimes it kind of gets away, so like that. Okay. Now basically all I need to do is create an imprint of the size of the camera. Okay, so I'm just going to use normal block, and I don't have the dimensions in front of me because I've already done this, but I'm pretty sure it was the length of it was 30. Actually, that's a lie. It's 20. It's 30 total, but I haven't incorporated the length of the lens, and I'll show you that after with just a cylinder. The width, I believe, was 30, and the height was 25, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. So let's say the camera on its side. And what I'm going to do is, bring that around X. We're going to put that on its side like that, so it's if the camera was laying on its back, just to drop it down, you hit D. And now I'm just going to use a cylinder. And the cylinder was the radius, I forget what it was. I think it was 18, so the radius is half of that. I think it was 18, I'm not sure. So I think it was, yeah. So 9 radius, and the height was 10 millimeters. Because our camera box was 20, and then this was 10 for a total of 30, say. 10 millimeters. Actually, I don't think that is right. I'm just going to delete that. Try that again. I'm pretty sure it was though. And I threw out the dimensions because I've already had, like I was saying, I've already had this done. I just wanted to redo it. Radius, I think it was 9, yeah. It was 18 total. And it's 10. Something's not seem done. It's not. Doesn't seem right. I think the lens was 20, and the camera box. But I'm just going to give you an idea how it works, anyways. So what I could take this and move it over and try to line it up, but there's a cool snap feature. So we're going to put that to that, and it automatically puts it in the center. So to show you that again, just going to step back a bit. So use the magnet tool, snap, click surface that you want, and use surface that you want to join it to, and it does it automatically for you and saves it. I hit enter, but I think these are not combined yet. So what you can do, you can group two of these. So you just come up here, group, you pick your first one, and you pick your second one, and now it's one. So if I want to move it, it moves in unison. It's joined now. Something tells me that I forget now the total. I'm just going to see what the total length of this is. Let's drop it down. I'm just going to count them. I know it was the camera was 30. So 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Yeah, so we're 10 millimeters off. But I'll just give you an idea. Because I don't, like I was saying, I don't have the dimensions with me, so it has to be like that. So the process that I use to imprint it into this, I'll show you the trick that it that you use. So first of all, we need to find the center of this. So the best way I find to do is distance. I think this is how you do it. I should say 100 millimeters. Actually, usually what I do is sorry, pick the face and the corner, come across and just draw a line on it, and that will give you the center. It should. It used to. It's not doing it now. Let me try again. Take that line out of it. Stand by. Just need to snap it. So it's 100 millimeters. And what we can do is just draw another line for reference. So we know that obviously this is the center. That will just kind of give us a reference of where to put it. So all you have to do now is manually move it. Just you drew the arrows to drag. You can kind of visually see that it's not. It's pretty close though, actually. Maybe there is a way to automatically center it. I don't know if that snap would work. Maybe it would. So we'll just try it now. I did it, when I did it, I just did a freehand. So we'll just try it and put it here. So we'll try that snap here. And see if it doesn't do it for some reason. So we'll just do that again. There we go. It just takes a little time to do. You can eye it up. You can see this dot here or whatever, depending on your vantage point. You just eye it up the best you can. And we'll just slide it back in until it comes out the other side. To make it a little bit easier, you can hide the sketches. So like that. Now this is basically imprinting as if the camera was sitting in there. So all we have to do is subtract the negative of this. So what we will do, once you have it set up to where you want, you have merge, so we could add that or subtract. So target, I believe we do this one first, if not we'll redo it and hit enter, and there we go. And what I ended up doing was just beveling these edges. So you hold control, do all your lines, just select them all. If you don't hold control, it'll just do one at a time. Fillet, let's just give it a rounded edge, and you see this arrow here. You can just bevel it off a bit so it's not hard corners. So we'll just go 1. It should be good. I think that's what I used. You could do that for all of them. I didn't do it on this, but just to show you. Or you can chisel it. I won't let you do it because of this corner. So if we went fillet, it would probably work. Yeah, like that. So you know what I mean? So you could do that with all the edges if you like, just to round it off. You get the idea. Alright, and for the final touch, I'm just going to save this now because sometimes this program likes to crash, so I'm just going to just save it Just going to call it test wing. Oops. Actually, I'm just going to put it on my desktop, so I'll just delete it after. There we go. So at least this does do an auto save, I think, after every minute or so, but I'd just like to do that. So back to the final touch. The brand of his wing is made by TBRC. It's up here in Canada, and this is actually for their smaller model, the Reflex. So I'm just going to browse and find their logo. If I can remember where it is. Autodesk stuff, and we need to find our designs. So look for the TBRC logo. Open it up. And here's our logo. So what I want to do is the same principle. Now I could add it to it, or just going to get it over here. Spin it around 90 degrees, or 180. Just get it in view. What I'm going to have to do is put it on an angle just to match this this curve, and we'll just refine it as we get closer. I have to scale it down a bit too once I size it up. It's just a little bit too big. So once we get it lined up, just going to scale it a bit. Just enter that so it stays there. Just going to scale it a bit. There we go. Might be good enough. Just have to move it again just to realign it. So we can get the angle a bit. As you can see, as I put it in, it sinks into it, so I'm just trying to a little bit more, like that. If I could leave it on there, I could just group it and have it in, or have it on top, I should say. But what I want to do is sink it in a bit. So put it about halfway, like that. Now what I want to do is the same thing, is subtract it from it so it's a negative. So do the same thing, subtract. I could do that merge, and it would merge that, and it'd be beveled up, so our source, and there. There we go. So then it's just imprinted in there. So basically that is all you have to really do. And he's already got it put into his wing, and it was a perfect fit. So anyways guys, just want to show you how it's done, and all I would have to do is export it as an STL, put it on the card, put it in the printer, run it in the slicer, and put it in the printer and print away. Now I wouldn't print it like this, obviously. I would, oops, wrong one. I always get those mixed up. I printed it like that on this flat, and just used a little bit of support material for this, for the bottom. But yeah, that is how I designed the blunt nose section just for an FPV camera. Now this could work for any wing really. So yeah, if anybody was interested in one or whatever, just let me know, and I could design something up personalized for you or whatnot. And I could put your name there. I could put whatever you wanted really. So anyways guys, as always, thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and see you soon.